Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with a follow-up to the last video where I was inspired by James Buttery's show us 10 records of bands and acts you've seen live thread response, and after seeing his video I pulled a big pile of records, so way more than 10, so I thought I would do a little mini series of these show us 10 records videos, and there's part 2 today. A lot of electronic stuff, a few surprises and a few things you might never guess I've seen live anyway. But before I go into this, I had a little rant going on about unprofessionalism in the music industry because of that web radio station that was supposed to stream my first radio show for them, and didn't manage to get the stream going and stuff. And now I'm in a similar rant situation because of two reasons, actually. Counting is something I didn't get at school, actually, I think. So first thing is, I had a request by an artist I know to write him a new biography, artist info, whatever, and he sent me a little thing he had written, which was pretty crap and pretty, I don't know, not containing much information actually, and I sent him an email back and said well, I can do this, but I need this and this and this additional info so I can make this a little compact, worthwhile information you can use for your DJ career and stuff. And after that, silence. So no one got back to me, not an email response, not a response via other social media. So actually maybe the guy isn't interested anymore or whatever, but I hate this, getting things running kind of and then not responding back is totally bullshit. And the next weekend I'm supposed to play at the Sternbrücken festival, which is a indoor summer club festival in Hamburg, for a bunch of clubs that are located in the same area around the Sternbrücke, which is a bridge where the train crosses a street and stuff. And one of the clubs involved is the Beat Boutique, so they asked me to play there and stuff. And at first they said it's you and two other DJs, and the two other DJs are a duo, so they play together. So they told me I would have from opening to 2 o'clock and stuff. And then they told me, well, no, we have another guy, and you are gonna play from, I don't know, 11 to 1 a.m. And the last time I was there, it was no, you gotta start because, well, you're the only one playing violin. I was I'm not gonna start because that guy that's playing after me is way less known and cannot mix. So I'm not gonna open up for someone who's lesser known than me, and I'm not going to do this. And well, we had a big discussion, and I was about canceling my show. And now it's exactly 1 week until that festival thing happens, and their lineup for that specific night is not online on any platform, not on their Facebook, not on the festival Facebook, not in the local where to go website things, and not on Instagram, and nobody knows who's to play. And I wonder why or how the people are thinking they're gonna run a club and get people to this place when they don't do promo, because that's not the DJ's task to do. And I had this discussion with them several times when I would play there in the past. So and now I send them an Instagram message because that's the way we communicate. And I was well, okay guys, tell me why, what is your thing? Because there's a bigger well-known act playing after me, so for the main primetime stuff, and I don't know how they're gonna get people to go to that place when they do absolutely no promo. And I'm pretty pissed, and I'm considering canceling my show on next Saturday, although I might need the money, but I don't have any interest in going there and without then doing any promotion, because that sucks. It sucks for the DJ, and it's a form of disrespect actually. So I guess maybe I'm not going to play the Sternbrücken festival. But going into the records, actually, I want to show, we're starting with like a classic from 1981. I don't have seen the band in 1981, but this is like an original, pristine pressing of No More's big club hit Suicide Commando. No More are like in the business for 40 years, and I have like done a remix for them, which you've seen quite a lot on this channel. And yeah, I've seen them in concert quite a few times, and also set up a concert for them at the Übel und Gefährlich Turmzimmer in 2011, actually, late 2011, to celebrate 30 years of Suicide Commando, actually. And this year I'm gonna celebrate like 40 years in the business, and they have like this compilation out you've seen on my channel as well. So OG pressing, unfortunately without the color cover, but they got me this as a present, and I hold this in high regards, and I've played this like a few times. But like when I DJ, I rely on like represses, because this is like too expensive and like too important for me to play out like in other places. And of course, No More are like a wave post-punk band from Germany. The next one I was kind of involved in, actually, but I seen the band or the project live. This is Inside, a duo from Hamburg consisting of Andrea and Kera, which I knew from the Herr, and this is the first single on their label Fragmented Media, which is also like a multimedia website, and they do like experimental, crackly electronic music, a little bit odd-tacker kind of stuff. With now they do like big visuals and have big bass lines, and actually I helped them press this record, because I set up the contact to the pressing plant. And this is, I don't know if you cannot see this properly, but this is like gray, slightly translucent vinyl, so, and limited to 200 copies, I guess. So stuff you won't see, but and I've seen them live a few times at the Herr for sure in Hamburg. Seen them play at the Mojo Club back in the day, and I also like did a, I don't know, after show DJ set in one small underground location in Hamburg when they were playing. So Inside, a band or like a band electronic project, I've seen live as well. The next one comes from Denmark, and I've seen them at the Herr, also a duo. It's called Welchengarten, which is like experimental ambient stuff. So they played live on, I guess, modular electroacoustic instruments, and this 7-inch is called 6 Silver Bullets. I've seen them, I don't know, a minimum of 15 years ago, maybe longer. And the record is kind of special because this is a clear see-through lath cut 7-inch, I don't know, very lightweight, I guess, done by Peter King of New Zealand, actually. Love this one, experimental ambient, and it has a nice cover thing as well, so it's like a whole, you can fold this out, and there's a whole text thing talking about how this project came together, I guess. I haven't read this in ages, but yeah, Welchengarten. I don't know if they have done any other than this 7-inch in the past, but they are from Denmark, as I said, and more experimental music and electronic stuff, of course. Electronic stuff is the next one as well. Ordecker, classic 12-inch from their very heydays in the mid-90s. I've seen them live at a venue that is now closed, that is called Planeten in Blumen in Hamburg, which is like Planets and Flowers, actually was the name. Formerly it was in the 90s known as The Box, which was like a gabber and hardcore techno venue, and then there was, I don't know, a storage space, and the guys I knew like rent the place out and retransformed this into a club, and then had Ortecker playing there live. Total darkness, and it was about the era of their Ganz Graf release, I guess, of the famous 12-inch, which was more like breakcore-ish IDM glitchcore thing. So around, I guess, somewhere in the first decade of the 2000s, I guess, I saw Ortecker live. Next one, also electronic experimental, I guess, is Scanner. This is a delivery album. Scanner is Robin Rimbaud, which is famous or became famous around, I guess, 93, 94 for his Mass Observation album, where he used like a radio scanner and like recorded a lot of like illegally recorded a lot of like telephone calls and like radio transmissions and like transmissions between like airports and airplanes and stuff, and then like incorporated them in their in his like electronic music, which was more ambient IDM in this place. And I saw him live at the Astra Stube in Hamburg, which was totally unexpected. And here's also like a kind of hype sticker. This album is actually released on, I guess, Earache. Mosh is Earache, isn't it? I'll have a look. Yeah, you can see this here on Earache, which is more like a metal industrial label kind of, I think. And this is a mixture of trip hop and like dark ambient, yearning, melancholic ambient stuff. And I saw him playing live totally unexpected, because he was supposed to play at the Hafenklang in Hamburg, which is a location down by the harbor. But we had like storm and high tide, and actually the area where the Hafenklang was flooded because of like this combination of storm and high tides and moon maybe, which usually doesn't matter because all the buildings there are like made or used to getting flooded, and they just open the doors and then get the water out again and let the stuff dry and everything's good. But on that night, that guy couldn't play there, and he was like, the show was relocated to a very small place. I had a like regular night there called Die Gesellschaft ist krank on a Tuesday night, and I was like a regular guest there as well. So I saw that guy playing, like also doing this radio transmission incorporation stuff and playing on like a bunch of like very small, tiny electronic instruments. And as far as I got this right, he did the beat programming in advance. So he was like with like small, I don't know, pins and stuff, and like putting rhythms into these sequencers and small instruments and stuff, and like, but programming the rhythms like 1 second or 1/2 second up front until they before they were like transmitted through the PA. So this was pretty impressive. The place was totally crammed. It was like, I guess, autumn somewhere, like November, a million years ago, but it was November, December, very crammed. And I remember you couldn't see through the windows because there was all like condensation and steam at the windows and stuff. Very impressive. And I guess, I don't know if I DJ'd after him, maybe, I don't know, but actually I was there and saw this, and so this was cool. Next one I saw in the mid-90s actually, Technova. This is the Trend Science album on Emissions Audio Output. I saw them play at a festival which took place at the Markthalle Hamburg, which is like a big concert venue, and might be 94 or 95, more like 95. And yeah, this band was very interesting. They were on stage with like a lot of people, and they did like a very wide range of music, which can be described maybe as listening chill out stuff for you, which you would play more on chill out floors. But there was elements of trip hop, of techno, of like kind of world music, ethnic music, live drummers, sequencers. Like on the album there's even like ambient things and like spoken word and piano, and I was pretty amazed by seeing them live at around, I don't know, it was 16 or 17. Had like a long sleeve of theirs for years and ages, which I bought on this concert as well. And yeah, pretty impressive show, and still this is one of my favorite albums from that genre. And the next band I've seen there as well, Loop Guru. This is an Amrita album, which is also a band project electronic mixture which incorporates like more Indian world music elements and electronic music with like break beats, big beats, big bass lines for that time, and also like a lot of like esoteric world music singing. Pretty classic album for me, stuff I love to death still. And yeah, I saw them at the same festival as I saw Technova, so this was like a very intense and formative experience for me actually, which opened my ears for a lot of music. Next one, Ellie Queed, super freaky single on Harvest actually. Yeah, Ellie Queed, I got a story with. When I was working for a specific website which was called westepmusic.de, around the time the internet blew up and like around the 2000s, around the .com hype, I was like the responsible editor for this website, which was actually run by the clothing offspring, which is called West EP, of the West Tobacco brand. And they wanted to set up like a website for electronic music, and I was, even though I was pretty young, I guess around 22, 23, they chose me as a main editor, and then they asked me to pull off a launch party for the website. And yep, for the launch party I booked the 10 years of Ellie Queed tour, and Ellie Queed are like a legendary German electronic formation, like famous for their ambient stuff, but also for like techno, and they did around that time an album which was more influenced by funky breaks, funk. They had a live singer there. I met the Ellie Queed guys with whom I was friends for years, and Michael Rother of former Kraftwerk member, and yeah, his and like krautrock legend for his Neu project was there as well. We exchanged a few words and had a chat, and so I set up the tour for Ellie Queed, the 10 years Ellie Queed tour in 2001, I guess, or 2002. So I saw them live, but I was also the promoter, so I guess this doesn't count, does it? It does count, because I've seen them live. Going to the UK, Dizzy Rascal, well, grime, one of the grime legends. His tongue-in-cheek album was more like a commercial twist with a big hit, Bonkers, with Armand van Helden, and yeah, he was playing at the Übel und Gefährlich live back in the day, around when he did an album tour in 2009, and I was invited to go there, so I did and saw Dizzy Rascal playing live, and I guess Newham Generals were the opening act. It was like a fun show, but I don't know, I don't like the PA at the Übel und Gefährlich, at least I didn't in this time, so yeah, it was like nice show to see, but not like something really remarkable. But I saw Dizzy Rascal live as well. And the final one, unfortunately, I got only a white label. So this is, I don't know if you can see this, Shirley Bassey, the Away Team remixes. There were like big beat remixes for Where Do I Begin and Diamonds, no, not Diamonds Are Forever, but like a few other tracks. I lost the release sheet there, and I got this as promo, and like around 99 or something like that when this came out, when big beat was still a thing, kind of. Was it in 99, maybe 98? Yeah, and when I started to work for press stuff, I had the chance to see Shirley Bassey live as well at the CCH in Hamburg, which is a Congress Center, and she was, as far as I remember, celebrating her 40th stage anniversary thing. So she was touring, and I guess she had her first stage appearance in 57 or 58. And yeah, there she was, solo on stage. I guess the music was playback, and that old lady on stage, like big high heels, short skirt, like a glass of whiskey in her hand, and the stage was full, and I had like 3 tickets on the guest list where I went with 2 guys I got to know shortly before that, and tickets were pretty expensive. I was like, usually I would have paid like 120 or 150 Deutschmarks, which is equivalent to 150 euro now per ticket, but I got them for free, and so I actually saw the big grand lady Shirley Bassey live on stage as well back in the day, which was like in 98, I guess 98, maybe, yeah, 98 or like early 99, I cannot remember, but I guess it was 98. So yeah, another bunch of 10 records of people I saw live. I hope you enjoyed. I will link the previous like sequel to this, the first video of those, right in the end card of this video. And if you like this one, subscribe, follow me on social media. Maybe don't follow me on Twitter anymore, because the new Twitter layout ruined everything for me, and after 10 years I'm thinking about quitting Twitter. But I will see, and leave me a comment, leave me thoughts, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.